Welcome to Empowering Yoga. I'm Zach, and this is a 30-minute glute and thigh burn. This class will target your glutes and your thighs, making your lower body more firm and more toned. We'll get started in an easy seat. If when you come to an easy seat, you're collapsing into the lower bag and feeling really uncomfortable here, you can take a blanket to elevate the hips. All you need for this class is 2 blocks and a blanket. We'll come to an easy seat, roll the shoulders up to the ears and down and back 1 time. Reach the crown of the head up towards the sky and just breathe. Begin to bring yourself to this present moment. Allow all the details of your day, everything that has led up to now, fade away with each exhale. And as we move through our practice, breathe through the discomfort. Your breath is your anchor. Begin to find some ujjayi breathing, in and out through the nose with a slight restriction in the back of the throat, sounding like an ocean. In and out. This is your anchor. And on your next inhale, we'll sweep the arms up to the sky, palms together. Exhale, bring it down to your heart. And we'll come forward into tabletop. So if you're dealing with sensitive knees here, maybe you place a blanket under your knees. Make sure the wrists are stacked under the shoulders. Knees under hips. We'll move through a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, reach the heart forward, look up. Exhale, squeeze the breath out, chin to chest, round the spine. Inhale, expand. Exhale, navel in towards spine. One more. And return to neutral. And on your next inhale, reach that right leg towards the back of the room. Take a look at that foot. Make sure those toes are pointing directly down. And if you find throughout this sequence that you're collapsing into the left hip, keep yourself centered, keep your core engaged, navel towards spine. Inhale, exhale, reach that foot over to the right, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center, over to the left, look over the left shoulder. And just breathe here, flowing with breath, to the right and to the left. Keep those toes pointing down. And one more. Good. Return to center. Keep that right leg lifted. Take a look at those toes. Make sure they're pointing down. Inhale, lift that right leg up to the sky. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Flow with breath. Make sure you're not collapsing into that left hip. Keep the hips centered. Keep the core engaged. Move with breath. And one more. Good. And then we'll release down to the left forearm. Inhale, reach out with that right heel towards the back. Exhale, draw knee in towards right tricep. Inhale, press that foot back, engage that glute. Exhale, back in. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Good. Keep that knee bent, so knee towards tricep. Inhale, extend that right leg, so kick that foot out to the right. Exhale, back in. Inhale, extend. Keep that leg lifted. Exhale, down. Embrace the burn. Breathe through it. One more. And release that right knee down. Come back into tabletop. And just shift the hips from side to side. Maybe roll out the wrists. And come back to neutral. Close the eyes just for a moment. And acknowledge the difference between right side and left side. How do the hips feel? Legs, the glutes. Just acknowledge your experience. Then inhale, press that left leg towards the back of the room. Take a look at that foot, make sure toes are pointing down. Inhale, left leg over to the left, look over left shoulder. Exhale, back over to the right, look over right. And breathe here. Breathe with movement. Last one. Good, come back to center. Reach that left foot back, really engage that leg. Inhale, lift up towards the sky. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Keep those toes pointing down and breathe. And one more. Good. Release down to the right forearm. Inhale, press that leg towards the back of the room. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, extend. Exhale. One more. Good. Press that knee in towards left tricep. Keep it there. Inhale. Kick that foot out to the left. Exhale, come back. Inhale. Last one. Good. Set that left knee down. Bring the big toes together, knees apart. Sit back on the heels for child's pose. And just recenter yourself. Gather your breath. Bring yourself back to this moment. Acknowledge where your mind is, your emotions, everything that surfaces. Just experience it and let it go. Then on your next inhale, we'll roll back up into tabletop, extend the legs down the mat. Inhale, exhale, shift the hips back, downward facing dog. So take a moment in your down dog, bend both knees, reach the sitting bones up towards the sky, and then begin to straighten out the legs. Then focus on reaching the heart towards the thighs. Good, spreading out through the fingers. Inhale, come up to the tippy toes. Hover the knees an inch off the ground, look up towards the hands. This is crouching tiger. Inhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, crouching tiger. Exhale, dog. Inhale, tiger. Exhale, dog. One more. Inhale, tiger, hold. Sink the hips back towards the heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step or float the feet up in between the hands. Inhale, bring hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. Take a moment here in your forward fold, maybe grab opposite elbows. If you have a slight bend in the knees, reaching heart towards thighs, let the head hang and just take a few breaths here. Good, let the arms go. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up, come up with a tall spine, palms together. Exhale down to your heart. Good. We'll just warm up the ankles a little bit. So bring the right toes down to the mat and just start doing some ankle circles. So bring the top of the foot down as you come forward, getting as much motion in those ankles as possible. Our ankles and our feet are our foundation. If we got something going on down there, it comes all the way up to our knee, our hip, and the rest of our body. Go the other way with that ankle. Good, let that go. Move to the left side. So left toes down, just make some circles. And also become aware in the differences from right and left side. We all usually have imbalances, and awareness is the first step. Go the other way. Good, release. And spread out through the feet. So we spread out through the toes, get a good solid foundation, and take Tadasana, mountain pose. So palms facing forward. If you're really arching the lower back, slight tuck of the tailbone, the head is forward, like you're texting or on the computer, slight tuck of the chin, crown of the head up towards the sky. Close the eyes, take a few breaths here. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. So sit down, sit back on the heels, arms are strong. And imagine you're holding a beach ball in between your hands. Then on your next inhale, come forward, up on the toes, take the arms down and back, straighten out the legs. Exhale, melt the heels down, lift the toes, lift the arms, sit back in your chair. And we'll flow here. So inhale, come forward on the toes, straighten the legs, arms back. Exhale down. And one more. And sit back in your chair. Sit a little lower, a little lower. Inhale all the way up, palms together. Exhale down to your heart. Shake the legs out. Good. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, plant the hands down, coming into plank. Yogi's choice here, you can move through a chaturanga or meeting in downward facing dog. If you're moving through chaturanga, come forward on the toes. Squeeze the elbows towards the midline. Slowly bend down. Inhale, draw the heart forward into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then melt the knees back down to the ground. Okay, now we're gonna come into a modified side plank. So right knee stays down, right hand down towards the earth. You can reach that left arm up to the sky. And then reach that left leg up. So really press that foot towards the back of the room. Inhale, lift it up a little higher. Exhale, tap left toes down to the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. And you can stay right here with this flow, breathing through it, or for more of a challenge, full side plank, extending right leg down. It's a starfish. Inhale up, exhale down, really engaging the outer hip. Breathe. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that leg lifted and lower down. Good. Come back into tabletop. And just shift the hips from side to side, maybe shake out the wrists. Good, we'll come on to the other side. So modified side plank on the left. So left hand down, left knee down. Inhale, right arm up. Extend that right leg up. Inhale, lift that leg a little higher. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale to lift, exhale down. Again, you can stay here or full side plank into starfish. Five, 4, almost there. 3, breathe through the burn. 2, and 1. Lift that right leg and down. Whew. And then we'll bring the big toes together, knees apart, and take a child's pose. And if you're sweating all over your mat, maybe you grab a towel and wipe down your mat so you're not slipping and sliding around over here. And then we'll come up. Grab your blocks and place the blocks out in front of you. Inhale, reach that right leg towards the back of the room. Exhale, draw it all the way through, planting that foot. Make sure that ankle is stacked directly under the knee. Reach that left leg a little further back. Inhale, come up, low lunge. On your exhale, shift the weight back, half splits. So keep that front foot flexing. Engage that quadricep, folding over the leg. Inhale, come forward, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Flow with your breath here. Make sure you're sinking that left hip down as you come forward. One more. And we'll meet in half splits. Now listen carefully. On your next inhale, we'll come forward onto that right foot, curl the back toes, lift that knee, send the blocks forward, and then press up into standing splits. So right leg is down, left leg is lifted, hands on blocks. Take a look at that left foot. Make sure those toes are pointing directly down. Inhale, on your exhale, fold over that right leg. Then inhale, gather strength. On your exhale, slightly bend that right knee. Tuck that left knee underneath for Shiva squat. So you can either just tap that knee to the calf, you can go down to the ground as low as you can, and on your inhale, press back up, Shiva squat. So you might just be here with a slight bend and a tap, or you might be all the way down. Flow with your breath. Inhale to extend, exhale to squat. Make sure that right heel stays grounded. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Center yourself and stay connected with the breath. One more. Good, we'll meet in standing splits. And then left foot meets the right. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up with the tall spine, palms together. Exhale, down to your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float the feet back into plank. Yogi's choice, you can move through a vinyasa here. Lowering down, slow chaturanga, up into up dog, meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, left knee into nose. And then step that foot up in between the hands. Lower that back knee to the ground and grab those blocks. Placing blocks on either side of that left foot. Inhale, sink that right hip down towards the earth. Reach the heart up to the sky. Exhale, shift back, half splits. Inhale. Exhale. Good, one more. And we'll meet in half splits. On your next inhale, shift the weight forward onto that left foot, curl the back toes, blocks come out in front. Inhale, lift, standing splits. So take a moment to look at that back foot. Make sure the toes are pointing down. Inhale, exhale, fold over that left leg. Good. On your next inhale, gather strength. Exhale, Shiva squat. Left heel stays grounded. Inhale to extend, standing splits. Exhale, Shiva squat. One more. Good. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, right foot meets the left. Inhale, hands to shins, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up with a tall spine, palms together. Exhale, down to your heart. Good, you can move the blocks out of the way, we don't need them. So now we're gonna take a wide stance on the mat, pointing the toes out to a diagonal. And first we'll test how wide the feet should be. So squat down, bend down. And make sure the knees are stacked directly over the ankles. If your knees are collapsing towards the middle, take a shorter stance. Good, and then extend the legs down. Inhale, extend the arms up to the sky. Exhale, squat down, goddess pose. And take a moment, one hand to the lower back, one hand to the belly, and just slightly tuck the tailbone in. So engage your core. And then cactus the arms, drawing heart forward. Inhale, come up on the right toes. Exhale, melt down. Inhale, left toes. Exhale, down. Squat a little lower. Inhale, both toes. Exhale, down. Inhale, extend the arms, extend the legs. Exhale, we'll squat down, crossing the arms under you. Inhale to extend back up. Exhale, opposite arm in front. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. This is your rest. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, lift both toes and sit a little lower. Inhale, gather strength. Exhale, right elbow, right knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, left elbow, left knee. Inhale, exhale to the right. Inhale, center to the left. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, drop the heels, extend. Exhale, squat down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, extend in all directions. Exhale, sit down, goddess pose. Inhale, come up to the toes. Exhale, right elbow, right knee. Center. Exhale, left. Make sure you're smiling. If this is so painful, if you're shaking, smile and breathe. One more each side. And set the heels down, extend up. Exhale, release down. Good. Bring the feet back, come to the top of our mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, and just lower the knees. Sit back on the heels. Just extend the legs down. And we'll come into bridge. So slowly One vertebrae at a time, begin to lower down towards the mat. Reach the heels towards the back. So heels coming towards hips. Create a shelf with the upper back, shining the heart up. On your next inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips. And you can stay right here, or you can interlace the fingers underneath you, or you can extend that right leg up to the sky, pressing down, lifting the hips. 3, 2, lift a little higher. 1, and lower down. Slowly lower all the way down. Good. Inhale, come back into bridge. Find your variation, maybe interlacing the hands. Maybe keep staying here, lifting the hips, lifting the heart, or extend that left leg up to the sky. 3, lift a little higher. 2, 1. Good, slowly lower all the way down. Hug the knees in towards chest. Rock from side to side. We'll finish our practice with happy baby. So bring the hands to the outside edges of the feet. Lift the feet up. So here the hands are pulling the feet down while the feet are pressing into the hands. If you find that your lower back is coming up off the ground, work towards bringing your tailbone to the earth and breathe here. Maybe you find stillness, maybe you rock from side to side, maybe you extend one leg and then the other. Good. Gently release. Hug knees in towards chest. And then roll up into the tightest ball that you can. Bringing forehead up to knees. Inhale, expand, hold that breath. Squeeze a little more. Exhale with a deep sigh. Let it out the mouth. Extend the legs down the mat. Finding your final resting position for Shavasana. Just begin to allow all muscles and soft tissues of the body to melt down towards the earth, away from their bones. Allow any thoughts, emotions to fade away as you simply breathe here, now. And feel free to stay here in Shavasana as long as your body is calling for. It's a great way to end a yoga practice, allowing you to integrate the benefits. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.